You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down.
Look at the stars. The great kings of the past look down on us from those stars. So whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you.
I don't think it is very useful to speculate on what God might or might not be able to do. Rather, we should examine what He actually does with the universe we live in.
We are all explorers, driven to know what's over the horizon. The most profound discoveries are not necessarily beyond that next star. They're within us, woven into the threads that bind us.
Hello, beautiful people. Happy Monday, happy Moon Day, and happy birthday to some famous Aries like Alessandra Ambrosio, Jennifer Esposito, a lot of Hispanic, Latinx Aries born today, actually. It's kind of wild. No other major names that I'm seeing jump out, but if you have a birthday, if there's someone you know you want to celebrate today, whether it's their birthday or not, let me know in the comments and I'll give them a shout out. I'm joining you a little later than normal today because I will admit it took me some time to pull myself out of the Cancer moon weekend we just had. I don't know about you. Let me know if you were kind of glued to your couch like I was for about 90% of the weekend. When the moon is in Cancer, we love to be at home. We love rest. So if that's what your weekend looked like, then you were right on track with the transits. But today the moon is in Leo, and that's what we will be talking about, what connections the moon is making today. Really, today is more of a preparation for tomorrow because that's the headline transit of not only the week, definitely the month, maybe the year. I don't know. This is the transit a lot of astrologers have been talking about, and we're going to do a deep dive into the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction tomorrow in a special crossover episode of Transits Today and The Spiritual Journalist, both of my live streams that I do daily/weekly. So we're going to do a deep dive into it tomorrow. But if you're watching this today and you have questions about the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction that you want me to go over, whether you're watching live or not, throw them in the comments so I can be sure to make sure we touch on all the topics you want to go over. So that will be tomorrow at 11:11 a.m. Pacific time. I hope you can join me. So that's kind of the headliner when we talk about today's transits in comparison. It's like, okay, we're just kind of getting through the day-to-day leading up to tomorrow. And I will say we're already feeling the energy of that Jupiter-Neptune conjunction as well because it's a slow-moving conjunction, slow-moving planets, which means that we get to revel in the magic of this really abundant, imaginative, fantastic blending of energies we're experiencing this week. So if you're already feeling that little boost, well, again, you're right on time. And what's beautiful about getting a later start today is that the moon hasn't made any connections yet. Before I pull up the chart, we're also going to go through the week ahead at the very end of this. So stay tuned for that if you want to get a little snapshot of the week we have in store. Okay, but let's talk about what's happening today. So the moon is currently in Leo, and the Leo moon definitely gives us a flair for dramatics. We're very expressive under the Leo moon. We're more emotionally expressive. And what the recommendation or the assignment, if you will, for the Leo moon is to have more fun, to be more playful, whether that's, in sports, like kind of being playful as in moving your body, like playing a game, playing a sport, or dancing around, or just tapping into that inner child. Leo and the inner child are usually linked. And so really pay attention over the next day or so to what's been lighting your heart up, what is inspiring you, what feels good right now, and do more of that under the Leo moon, especially as we're working towards the next full moon this Saturday. We're gaining momentum, we're gaining energy, and paying attention to what's like, oh, I really want to do that right now, just because it sounds fun, that's going to align you with the energy you're supposed to be calling in. So, or just align you with abundance. And the full moon is all about abundance, baby. So, play today. Get into that playful spirit. Like I said, we haven't had any connections yet with the Leo moon, so it's a good thing you're tuning in now because you didn't miss anything. The moon and sun are locking into this nice harmonious trine at about 2:30 Pacific time today. So in about an hour, you'll see, and we're already starting to feel this energy. The moon is here at 20 degrees. The sun is at 21 degrees in Aries. So literally, we'll just jump ahead an hour on our chart here, and you can see the moon and sun locking into this nice, harmonious 120-degree angle. Essentially, the moon represents our inner self. The sun represents our outer self. Both of these planets or bodies are in fire signs today. So, you know, if you're like me and it maybe took you a little longer to get going today, just expect this afternoon to pack a little bit more of a punch. Like, the energy is coming. You might be starting to feel it pick up with fire signs or two planets in fire signs harmonizing. It's like sparking our own personal flame. Our internal self and external self are harmonizing with each other. Energy can flow through us with ease. We have stamina. We have vitality. It's like, it could feel like a surge of electricity or fire coming through you this afternoon. There's really no holding back. And with the sun in Aries, we're all a little bit more prone to saying yes or jumping into things or being impulsive. With the moon in Leo, we're going to be a little more dramatic while we're at it. So although this is a very positive transit and it's a great time to start something, or if you've been kind of not feeling the energy to do something, this is a great time to do it. We'll have ample energy. I will say, like, check yourself a little bit because fire signs tend to be a little bit more reckless. So just, we're going to have a lot of energy. If you're someone who has a lot of fire energy in your chart already, just know that it'll be extra spicy for you at 2:30 this afternoon. Oh yeah, perfect. Hot yoga, a great way to move that energy through you. And I love that you're going to yoga more. I've been seeing you manifesting things. That makes me very happy. And yeah, yard work is totally a sport, but I will say to you, my beautiful Capricorn friend, make it a game. Have some fun with it. I don't know if Marty's there with you, but get him involved. Make it playful if you can, right? Or imagine, you know, like I was thinking about this the other day. I was pulling weeds in my backyard. And I was like, I remember being a kid and like loving to just put my hands in the dirt, and like I had a bug box and I would put worms and dirt in it. Again, not great for the bugs, but I just wanted to do it. It was just, I was having fun and playing. So remember that part of you that like loved playing in the dirt. I think all of us at some point probably were in a phase like that when we were children and not really worried about time or getting dirty, right? Okay, so that's the energy we're feeling this afternoon. If there's something on your to-do list, if you have to do yard work or something physical, do it earlier in the day. And here's why. Just a few hours later, the moon opposes Saturn. This is at 4 p.m. Pacific time, so 7 p.m. Eastern. You can do the math wherever you live. And when the moon opposes Saturn, it's going to feel like a crashing halt, or you know, it can just make us feel more tired, sad, lonely, or just detached. You know, it's like we go from like being like on this high, this energetic high, to like, okay, here are our limitations. It could just be that you expelled too much energy and your body is like, okay, no, we need to slow down, we need to stop. Or this could be more emotional, making us more aware of negativity, facing off against our doubts as the moon opposes Saturn, the planet of limitations and boundaries. We might just want alone time or to be isolated under this transit as well. So pay attention if that's coming up for you. And you know, we don't have to believe all the things that go through our head. So just be aware of that. It can be a little when the moon is, and then shortly after that, around 6 p.m. Pacific time, the moon makes an awkward connection to the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction. So let me show you on our chart. At like 4 o'clock, we'll jump ahead another hour or two. You can see the moon opposing Saturn. That's happening at 22 degrees. So pay attention to where 22 degrees are in fixed signs in your chart this evening. That could give you an indicator of how this will show up for you. So if you have something around 22 degrees, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, or Scorpio, that energy is going to be activated tonight. So the moon opposing Saturn here, that's at 4 p.m. And then we'll jump ahead another hour and you can see the moon making this uncomfortable connection to this conjunction between Jupiter and Neptune. That's called a quincunx, or an inconjunct angle. And, you know, I see this more as like an attitude adjustment, especially with the moon opposing Saturn right before. It could just make us more negative or worried or doubtful. But we get this ping from Jupiter and Neptune right after that, being like, hey, tomorrow's like beautiful, magical day. There's so much beautiful energy all around us. Like, what do you need to adjust? Maybe what part of your ego with the moon in Leo do you need to quiet down, or, you know, hear out and let them take a seat, so you can get in line with the abundant energy we're experiencing tomorrow. It's like this ping of awareness, like, hey, don't you want to feel this way? Don't you want to feel hopeful and optimistic, and life is so beautiful like we're feeling with Jupiter and Neptune? Why aren't you feeling this way? What adjustments can we make to align with that energy that we will be experiencing for much of the rest of the week? So I just see this as a big attitude adjustment late tonight. And an attitude adjustment in the right direction, like, hey, we're aware of this powerful energy and we can tap into it. It's all just about the mindset that we are in. Exactly. Pick a chore, call it fun. You know, Virgos do that too. If I have to cook dinner or clean the house, I always put on fun music, throw in some headphones, you know, make a dance party out of it. With the moon in Leo, very much favored to make any act a party or some sort of performance. So making chores fun is like a secret ingredient. It's like magic dust for life, you know? We all have to do chores. Might as well make the best out of them. But those are the only connections that the moon is making today. So it's kind of like this surge of energy midday, and then maybe a crash of energy, and then some reflection, adjusting, like, okay, let's prepare ourselves. Let's get into a better state. So tomorrow we are in full-blown optimist rose-colored glasses mode. And in the background, Jupiter is already in a conjunction with Neptune, and Jupiter and Neptune are also forming this nice sextile to the North Node, and this becomes exact tomorrow through Thursday. So you can see the North Node at 24 degrees Taurus, and Jupiter and Neptune are about 60 degrees away. So this conjunction is pushing us towards our collective purpose. It's helping us learn lessons. And it's also forming a trine to the South Node, because remember, anytime the North Node is activated, the South Node is activated. So as the moon is harmonizing with the South Node as well, we're able to, like, it's like alchemy, but not necessarily like dark transformative alchemy. It's like pixie dust alchemy, like just magic. Like, we're going to take all of the lessons from the past and we're just going to sprinkle a little dust on them, and it's going to push us towards the future, push us towards our direction. That's kind of how I see that sextile playing out. And again, we'll talk about all of this magical energy more tomorrow, how long it's been since we've seen a conjunction in Jupiter and Pisces, what this means, specifically with these planets in Pisces. It's like a supercharged transit because they love to be in Pisces. And we'll also talk about how to read your own chart based on this conjunction. And so before I go through the rest of the week and just give you a little preview, I have a homework assignment for you if you plan on tuning in tomorrow. Go look at where 22 or 20 to 25, okay? 20 to 25 degrees falls in Pisces, Virgo, Sagittarius, Gemini, or any sign in your birth chart, okay? 20 to 25 degrees, because we have so much going on tomorrow in that range of degrees, and those areas of your chart are going to be activated the most. So if you don't already have a copy of your birth chart, you can get one for free on my website. You can literally just scan the QR code in the corner. I always point to the wrong corner. Or I'll throw a link in the comments right now. It's just thespiritualjournalist.com/birth chart. And again, it's absolutely free to you. It's just a great way to have something pulled up on your phone while we're going through tomorrow's Jupiter-Neptune conjunction, so you can apply it to your life and to what's happening in your chart. Okay, so now let's just briefly go through the rest of the week. I like to do this on Mondays when I can, just to give you guys a little preview. So today we're experiencing this nice harmonious angle between the moon and sun, giving us this surge of energy to start the week. Tomorrow, Jupiter conjunct Neptune, all the magic, all the hope, optimism, luck. Very good day for luck, belief. Lean into that fantasy tomorrow. Wednesday, we have the moon harmonizing with Uranus, and really the rest of the week, I see a lot of transformative energy, like breakthrough energy. When the moon harmonizes with Uranus in Virgo, it's very analytical, and again, it can bring some emotional breakthroughs. Mars enters Pisces, and Lilith enters Cancer on Thursday, so we'll be talking all about that, but it's definitely going to feel much more nurturing and compassionate over the coming weeks and the coming months with Lilith and Cancer. So definitely acting from a place of compassion and nurturing, which is we love any Pisces transit usually, honestly. And then Friday, the moon opposes Chiron. We have kind of this like up and down between major planetary activity and then a day off with just some moon transits, and then a surge of energy with the planets again, and then kind of a day to integrate and adjust. So the moon opposes Chiron, the moon being in Libra on Friday, and then we have the full moon on Saturday. So we'll be talking all about that at the end of the week. Mercury also forms a conjunction to Uranus on Sunday, and that's where I see this pinnacle moment here with the full moon and this conjunction, a change of mind, a groundbreaking thought, innovation, some sort of breakthrough, and it could be part of that full moon release. Just again, depends on what's being activated in your chart. And then we also will take a little look at what's going on with the moon. So here we go. The moon is in Leo today. It moves into Virgo tomorrow, where it will stay until Thursday. That's when it moves into Libra and prepares to become a full moon on Saturday. So we kind of have this like surge of energy today with the last transits of the moon in Leo. We get a little bit more grounded, maybe a little more analytical Tuesday, Wednesday, as far as our emotions go. And then it's kind of like coming back to a balanced state, or trying to find a balanced state with the moon in Libra the rest of the weekend. Saturday into Sunday, the moon moves into Scorpio, and then things get a little bit more intense. And that's why we could have some pretty powerful breakthroughs on Sunday or towards the end of this week. All right, so there we go. That's what the rest of the week will look like. And now let's do a little overview of today, and then we will pull a card. All right. So this moon day, all about the Leo moon. The moon has been quiet for most of the morning, but it's going to form this nice harmonious trine to the sun at 2:30 Pacific time, giving us a surge of energy, lighting our inner fire and letting us move energy through our body, and using movement to process emotions during this time is highly favored. Also, just tackling anything on your to-do list and making it fun is going to be a fantastic way to use this energy, but you want to do it sooner rather than later, because by 4 p.m. Pacific time, the moon opposes Saturn, which could look like all of that energy coming to a crashing halt, or a need to isolate, detach, be alone for a little bit. This can kind of cut us off from our intuition or our emotions. And then the moon is getting this awkward ping from the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction that we will be talking all about tomorrow. And when that happens, it makes us aware of the attitude adjustment we need to make so we can be in the right mindset, the right mood to take in all the magic that is that conjunction we'll be talking about tomorrow. All right. Thanks for the heart, Maribel. Love to see you here. Now let's pull a card. We're just going to do a quick message today from The Universe Has Your Back Tech from Gabby Bernstein. These don't even have a guidebook. It's just one simple message that we need to hear. So as I shuffle, let me know if you have any questions. Someone on Instagram says, I like the sound of that pixie dust. Yeah, that's how I want you to picture the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction magic that's happening tomorrow. It's just like a little pixie dust being sprinkled on your life. And all it takes is your imagination to turn that pixie dust into your reality. Great day for manifestation, or just not even seeing manifestations realized, although that could happen, but more dreaming big and declaring to the universe, like, this is what I'm calling in. This is my abundance. Again, we're going to do a deep dive tomorrow. Don't you worry. Okay, what do we need to know? Okay, I pulled 2 cards because one fell out. So I just pulled 2. The first one, I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. I am love and miracles are natural. This reminds me of Cassie making some fun out of her to-do list, because having those mindful moments can be while we're doing the dishes or doing the yard work, that's part of life, and it can be fun, and we can have gratitude for the fact that we have dishes to do and we have a yard to clean, and miracles are natural, and that I am love. So thank you, Gabby, for that. And then here's the second message I pulled. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. Faith. We're going to be talking a lot about faith tomorrow and the power of faith. Jupiter and Neptune. Hello, faith. That's kind of the overlap there. Belief and faith. That's something we'll be talking a lot about during our show tomorrow. So I love that that came through. All right. I think that's going to do it for me, everybody, unless you guys have any more questions. Remember your homework. I normally don't make you guys do anything, but I think you're going to get more out of tomorrow's episode if you have your chart in front of you, or at least have an idea of what planets fall in what part of your chart, in what signs between 20 and 25 degrees. Okay, remember that range. And again, I put a link in the comments, but you can scan the QR code, just thespiritualjournalist.com/birth chart to get a copy of yours, and just screenshot it, save it on your phone. It's great to refer to, throughout whenever you're watching this, really. Also, I will recommend the Time Passages app. I just discovered it, not sponsored. I just really enjoy the app, and that could be a great app to have on your phone and keep handy while you're watching these live streams. I will be back tomorrow morning at 11:11 a.m. to talk about this magical conjunction, and I will leave you with our affirmation of the day. I am confident in my ability to shape my reality. I am confident in my ability to shape my reality. Remember, it's all about your mindset. It's all about how you choose to perceive the tasks in front of you, the day in front of you. You have the ability to shape your reality. I love you. I'm so grateful that you showed up today for yourself. I'm so grateful you showed up for this community. It means the world to me that you spend this time with me every day. And if you found this guidance helpful, or if you're just excited for tomorrow's video, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can begin monetizing our channel and keep these videos coming to you for free every single day. All right. Love you all. See you tomorrow under this magical conjunction, but until then, stay curious. Thank you so much for joining us and aligning with the energy of the universe today. If you enjoyed this morning's episode of Transits Today, you can join our live astrology discussion every weekday morning right here wherever you're watching. And head to thespiritualjournalist.com to read your daily astrology forecast and browse the Spiritual Shop. The most fun way to help keep these forecasts free and support more content like this is to buy yourself a little something on our website. But if you're feeling extra generous, you can also buy me a coffee to fuel future live streams. Just tap the link in the description or head to buymeacoffee.com and search The Spiritual Journalist. And speaking of, you can also tune in to The Spiritual Journalist, our weekly live interview where we ask our guests questions about everything from crystals and manifestation to mental health and the environment. Those conversations stream live right here wherever you're watching now every Tuesday. I'm so grateful you found us here, and I can't wait for our next conversation.